This is a psychopath sexual killer, Taylor Schabusiness, who brutally strangled her lover, sexually assaulted his corpse, and dismembered his body in one of the most gruesome crimes imaginable. Taylor Schabusiness's actions that night unfolded like a scene from a macabre thriller, each step more chilling than the last. In the dim basement of Shad Therian's mother's house, what began as a sexual encounter turned into a horrifying act of violence. Using a metal chain, Schabusiness wrapped it around Therian's neck, tightening it as he struggled, coughing up blood. She didn't stop. For 3 to 5 agonizing minutes, she kept strangling him until his body went limp. But the nightmare didn't end there. What followed was a descent into the grotesque. Schabusiness spent hours with Therian's lifeless body, performing unspeakable acts. By morning, she began dismembering him with knives she found in the house. In a scene straight out of a horror movie, she beheaded him over a bucket to catch the blood, his severed head later placed in the bucket alongside his penis.
How's your obliged playing things? So, let's see here. I didn't want him to die, actually. He's my buddy, but like it happened.
Did you feel a need to try to help him? Stop choking him or get an ambulance? You didn't feel a need to do that?
I don't want it. It happened so fast.
So then after you realized he was no longer, he was dead, his face is purple, he said his blood's going out of his mouth. What did you do?
Clean him up a little bit. And then, I just played with him like a little.
You said play with him, what do you mean?
Play with the
Okay.
like I put him up over the bed, and then
Was it correct?
it was
Did you,
even
what did you do with this penis?
I put it on.
So all of a sudden, the chain went around his neck? How come? I'm just trying to get it.
He likes it.
Alright.
I was gonna walk him like a dog.
His torso was stuffed into a tote with one of his dismembered feet, while other body parts, including a leg, were packed into a crock-pot box, later found inside her Gold Town and country minivan. When police tracked her down later that day at an apartment complex, the horror clung to her. Her clothes were soaked in blood, a cut marked her thumb, and scratches ran along her arms, scratches she claimed were self-inflicted. Calm and detached, she was arrested, leaving behind a trail of terror and a crime scene that would haunt investigators forever. Some cases challenge our understanding of human nature. The Taylor Schabusiness case isn't just about murder. It's about the depths of psychological depravity that exist in our society. What happened in Green Bay, Wisconsin in February 2022 would reveal one of the most disturbing displays of psychopathic behavior in recent criminal history. What unfolded in a Green Bay basement wasn't just murder. It was a display of complete detachment from human morality. The victim, Shad Therian, became the target of Schabusiness's darkest impulses. Her actions after the murder demonstrated a level of depravity that shocked even seasoned investigators. The courtroom became another stage for her disturbing personality. Her attack on her attorney wasn't just an outburst. It was calculated for maximum attention and disruption. She smiled during victim impact statements and showed zero remorse throughout the proceedings. At around 9:30 p.m., Taylor Schabusiness, a 24-year-old woman, picked up Shad Therian, her 25-year-old partner, from his mother's house. The two had a sexual relationship, and on this night, they were joined by a friend as they headed to an apartment on Eastman Avenue.
There was remains, 2 different specific types of remains that I observed.
What kind?
There was a human head. There was genitalia in the bucket.
Let me stop you there. What do you mean genitalia?
What I would recognize as a penis and testicles.
Okay. And were they laying underneath the head?
They were visible after the head was removed, yes.
What else did you see?
I observed a black Miracle 3 kitchen blade knife that was removed, a kitchen knife. I observed a yellow pocket knife, I guess for best description, with a pocket knife with a yellow handle. There was like a head of a razor, like a shaving razor blade, a nail, Jolly Rancher, and there was a flesh material that the doctor just described as a flesh material.
There, the group smoked cannabis, but things quickly escalated. According to Schabusiness's later confession, she and Therian also smoked methamphetamine and injected trazodone, a sedative, after the friend left. This was just the beginning of a night that would take a horrifying turn. What happened after Shad's death is almost too disturbing to comprehend. Schabusiness admitted to performing sexual acts on his body for several hours after his death. The following morning, she began dismembering his body using knives she found in the house. She beheaded Shad's body over a bucket and a storage tote to contain the blood, dumping the blood down the basement shower drain. She then removed his organs and placed them in various containers, including plastic bags, a tote, cardboard boxes, and a bucket. The crime was discovered when Shad's mother returned home and found evidence in the basement. What she saw led her to immediately call the police. When officers arrived, they found Schabusiness at her apartment, still in possession of some of the victim's remains. On July 26, 2022, Taylor Schabusiness was convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, mutilation of a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. 2 months later, Judge Walsh sentenced her to life imprisonment without parole, citing the brutality of her crimes and lack of remorse. Schabusiness is now serving her sentence at Taycheedah Correctional Institution, a women's prison in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where she will remain for the rest of her life.